Level Up Protocol. I am Trilla D. Today's vlog is my 4 months plus, I think it might even be close to 5 months, weed free vlog. So, a lot of people have been watching my videos, liking and subscribing, which I appreciate. And they've been commenting, and people who have commented like months ago and just saw my first vlog, which is the first video about me quitting weed, they've been asking, are you still at it? Have you still not smoked weed? Have you smoked weed and this and that? So here I am about 5 months, 4 months, and I haven't smoked no weed. Since that first video, before that when I quit, I haven't smoked no weed. I haven't ate no edibles. I haven't hit no weed vapes. The closest I could say, I've had like a Cuban cigar here and there. I've taken some hits of a flavored vape with like not THC, just nicotine, just here and there. If someone has one, I might take a few hits. But all in all, I've quit weed. It's out of my system. And the main thing I want to tell you people is once you get past these withdrawal symptoms and really get some clarity in your thoughts and in your life, you're probably never going to go back to weed, to be honest. The majority of people don't make it through the withdrawal process. From what I'm witnessing in my friend circle and what I'm witnessing in the comment section is most people get to the point where it just gets so intense and they're like, you know what, I'm not enjoying myself. I don't feel good how I used to feel. So they just give up and they go back to weed. You can't do that because it's not going to be just out of your system like that. It's going to take a while for it to actually get out of your system and for you to start feeling normal again. The withdrawal symptoms ended for me in 3 weeks. I didn't have any physical symptoms or anything like that. But for me to feel normal and actually feel like my normal self and be able to enjoy food, music, movies, and just feel content with life took me almost 2 months, I would say. Probably 1.5 months. At the 2-month mark, I could really stop and say, yo, I feel fantastic right now. I really feel good. I can watch a movie. There's no more anxiety. I don't feel edgy. No depression feelings. No highs and lows. Like, it's just consistent for me, at least. So with the positive comments, which is like 99.9%, there has been a few negative comments, which to me is quite humorous, to be honest. There was one person who came out and said, there's no withdrawal symptoms of weed. Weed is not addicting. If you have withdrawal symptoms, that's just your own whatever. And he said that weed doesn't make you lazy. If you're lazy, that's a mental health issue. Now, this is by far probably it is the dumbest comment I've ever read on my page through hundreds and hundreds, if not close to 1,000 comments by now total. And for him to say that, I mean, just look at any of the videos on my weed content. There's hundreds of people going through the withdrawal symptoms that I went through. And this is well documented. I mean, you could just Google weed withdrawal symptoms and you're not going to find any link that's going to say there are none. You know what I mean? And as far as motivation, so a lot of people too, my friends and different people will say, you know, I don't smoke that much and this and that. And, you know, it doesn't really hold me back. Or I have one friend who's like a consistent weed smoker and he's like, oh, it's not holding me back in life at all. The thing is, it's like, how do you know though? How do you know? If you've been high your whole life and you're getting X amount of things done, which was just like me, but you've never gone a point in time without weed, then how do you really know what your potential is? And how do you really know if it's holding you back or not? Because if you quit for 2 months and you're still at the same level of productivity and getting things done, then yeah, it wasn't holding you back. But I haven't heard any stories of that personally. And the people that I know who have quit, it's this every single time. For me, myself, I was getting a lot of things done. But when I quit, I was getting way more things done. My productivity went from like 60 to 100 easily. I'm literally getting so much things done. I came out with this vlog. I launched my supplement business. I've been working out. I've been reading more. My relationships with people have improved. My social skills have improved. Like, you can't say that weed is not holding you back, basically, is what I'm trying to say, unless you actually quit. And if you can't quit and your excuse is that it's not holding you back and you can't quit, well, then you see what's happening here, right? You're addicted. Absolutely no cravings for weed. I enjoy the smell of it still. If people are smoking around me, I let them smoke. I enjoy the smell. I miss the taste of it. Some nice pink kush and some white zigzags with a little bit of grabba pinched in there with the filter on the tip. I miss the flavor of it, but I do not miss being high at all. In any way, shape, or form, I don't miss being high. When I go out with my friends and they all smoke, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't affect me at all. There was 1 or 2 points where I kind of felt like smoking, I will say. And I will point out that those were times where I wasn't feeling good. It's pretty random, but there's just the person on top of me has been making a shit ton of noise. I had a solution now. We've solved that. But it would just be driving me crazy. And the frustration of that with the frustration of some other things almost made me want to smoke. And I had to stop myself and say, see, this is the problem right here, is if you're turning to weed out of frustration or depression or anxiety or not feeling good, then that's not something you should be doing. If things are all good and gravy and, you just had a successful day and this and that, and then you go to smoke weed, then that's completely different. But that's really not the case for most people. And no one wants to admit it, but that's really not the case. So all in all, I'm just making another vlog here about this topic to help you guys stay off it and really show you that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Like a lot of these people who make these vlogs about quitting weed, they don't stick to it. They make the vlog and they're all hyped up off the momentum. And once the momentum dies off, they end up smoking weed again, which they don't really mention to their followers, but they go back to it. But me, I have not touched it. I'm off it. I'm over it. I'm leveling up, and I've been leveling up in a way that I've never leveled up before in my life. Just clarity of thoughts. Like, I can't even explain it to you guys how different things are now. But there was an adjustment phase. It did take me a while to get here, but I am here. That's all I want to tell you guys for today. Level Up Protocol is that stick with the quitting weed. I stuck to it, and if you guys are wondering if I stuck to it, I definitely did, and you guys can too, because trust me, I likely smoked more weed than all of you guys. Unless you guys had a lot of money to waste and a lot of time, you probably weren't smoking on my level. Like, I'm talking about 10 joints a day. If I had backwoods, at least 6, 7 big backwoods every day. If I was with friends, we're consistently smoking every 10, 15 minutes the entire time we're hanging out, to the point that other people hanging around will be like what the fuck's going on here? Why haven't you guys stopped smoking? Are you even high, kind of thing? I was over the top with it. So if I can quit, believe me, any of you can quit. Stop making excuses for yourself. Hold yourself accountable to the things you say you're going to do, and do it. Just fucking do it. At the end of the day, you're not going to die. Yeah, there's going to be a week or 2 weeks of rough side effects, which I made another video. You guys can check it out. And yeah, there's going to be like a month or maybe 2 of an adjustment of not feeling yourself and not feeling joy in simple things of life. But there's a bigger picture here. If you want to make it to the other side where life actually feels good sober, you have to stick to it. You have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to man up and deal with this shit head on. You can't be frolicking and try to cut down for a little bit and stop for 2 days and this. No. If you say you're going to do it and you know in your mind that you want to do it, you have to do it. It's that simple. So that's it for this one, Level Up Protocol. I'm Trilla D. Check out my website for the supplements. I got the Tonka Ali for sale. If you guys are in the gym working out, it's a must-take supplement. You can Google it. There's all types of videos and research on it out there. And I have new ones that I'm coming out with very soon. The Lung Clearing Tea is just about to drop. For you smokers or non-smokers or anyone who's smoked at some point in time, this tea will benefit you. It helps clear out the mucus from the lungs. It's rejuvenated my lungs back to how I was when I was a little kid, basically. Like, I'm playing ball and my lungs just keep on going. I could probably play for hours on end. So that's it for this one. Level Up Protocol. I'm Trilla D. Be your best self.